if you can't hear me. I tend to speak a little bit loud, so if it's too loud, let me know. Happy Monday, everyone, and thank you all for joining us. I'm here to introduce you all to Adjoint. So what we do is take a unique approach to solving the most complex problems in enterprise environments using our own infrastructure of blockchain. So here's the quick agenda. My name is Katherine, and I work in partnerships, marketing, and business development. So for the company background, we have offices in Zurich, London, Boston, and Houston. In 2016, we were named the most investable startup at the EY Blockchain Challenge in 2016. And in 2017, we attended a Kickstart Accelerator in Zurich, Switzerland. In 2018, we were also named the most influential fintech, and that was research that was done by the London Stock Exchange, Lloyd's, EY, and Innovate Finance. And lastly, we actually do have products that are in use at Fortune 500 companies. I know it's a common misconception in the blockchain world that there's just a bunch of use cases, but we actually do have products that are in use today. So here's the Adjoint platform. So as I said, we did create our own infrastructure, and we had an emphasis on privacy, scalability, and security. So we are in the permissioned and private sector. So the permissionless and public is where you're going to find the Bitcoin and the Ethereum type of blockchains. We are focused very much on the enterprise and private spaces. So these are the highly regulatory environments that you find. We are cloud compatible and database agnostic, and we provide a number of tools for different developers. So we have software development kits that are in Python and Java for people to create their own applications. We have our open sourced Adjoint uplink, and we created a smart contract library with some of these example applications above. Here are the Oh, yep, sorry. Here are the Adjoint verticals. So we have treasury, capital markets, insurance, and commodities. And here are some examples that are actually in production today. And we have enterprise-grade smart contracts, so we can automate these multi-party workflows. Here's one of the products that we have in use, and it's Adjoint Smart Treasury. So what I like to think of it as is a digital vault. So it's a 24/7 in-house bank, and it's multi-bank and multi-currency. And so what that does is it streamlines all of these processes into one single platform and eliminates and reduces all of the different FX costs and intercompany loans that come along with that. Next is our Adjoint Captive. So this is for captive insurance. And so that's a way for a business or a corporation to self-insure. And so this solution, it has everything from the premium all the way until the claims payment. And so through metadata, we can tag and make sure that we follow that payment all the way until that payment lands into the insurer's treasury management. Next, we have our ecosystem. So this was launching in 2019. We have a lot of exciting companies that have already joined this. And we're seeing two different avenues for this. The first is being existing startups and corporate entrepreneurs. So this could be something to enhance their current line of business in addition to maybe finding a new revenue line. Next, we have our entrepreneurs. So these are just people that have their own separate problem that they find within the market and want to solve it with our blockchain. So as a quick conclusion on Adjoint, we are not in the cryptocurrency space, and we have our own technology infrastructure. We use a non-Turing complete smart contract language, and we have products that are currently used in Fortune 500 clients. And lastly, we have our entrepreneurial ecosystem of problem solvers. So I'll leave this with you. What problem can we solve together? So if you have any problems, please come talk to me afterwards. And again, my name is Katherine. Thank you.
Questions, guys?
Yep.
I'm not going to ask you to get into non-Turing complete, but the
That's my
contract.
question.
The contract language, is it standard smart contract? Is there standardization around smart contract language definitions? And So that's really what I'm asking is your language close to the standard? Is there a standard?
So there's not necessarily a standard. It just kind of depends company to company what they decide to do. We chose to do a non-Turing complete because we were focused on the enterprise space, and so non-Turing complete essentially just makes it incredibly secure. Our CTO is here, and so if you have any questions on the very detailed aspects, I'm sure he'd be happy to get into that for you, and that's Stephen over there. Yep.
Can you explain what value you're adding to the captive programs?
The captive insurance?
Yeah.
Sure. So it's pretty much just an overlay to keep everything in the captive insurance process tagged and streamlined. So with our metadata on the blockchain, we can keep everything from the premiums to the end of the claims payments. So sometimes these large corporates and these captive managers have this money that comes in from these claims payments, and they don't necessarily know what policy it's for or how to tag that. And so it really just creates this streamlined system where everything is together and connected. Yeah.
How do you charge for your products?
So traditionally we do a SaaS model, but we do some licensing and revenue sharing as well.
Is that based on volume or just a standard flat fee?
Traditionally on volume. Yep.
How much custom integration work is there with your clients?
So it depends on the scope and the use case and the different products. So these are, pretty minimal since they're already developed. But if you were to come with a new problem or a new sort of blockchain solution that you wanted to solve, then we would have to create that, and there would be more implementation in that. But these two, there's very minimal. Yep. Any other questions? Yep, go ahead.
What's a reasonable transition from an existing system to this system?
So that's why we sort of think of it as an overlay right now. So we can connect to any and all TMS and ERP systems that a company has. And so that kind of feeds into their existing databases. And then moving a step forward, we can eventually replace them.
Is there a ballpark timeline
For replacing them?
for transitioning?
I think it just depends on the corporation and their timeline, maybe. All right, thank you all.